We happy? Call. We happy?
Yeah, we happy. Wasn't that skit hilarious?
That's a good skit.
And it's even relevant because today we are going to be talking about Fallout New Vegas and our favourite video games,
That was accidental.
which this is one of.
Yes. It's not my favorite video game, but it is probably one of the best video games of all
It's up
time.
there.
Thank you, Xbox 360, greatest console of all time.
It's tied at the top for me.
Yeah,
Xbox is
aside
pretty
with some of these other ones for me, but we'll get to those later.
good. We will.
I first played this a long time ago, and it's great. It's brilliant.
I played this 2 years ago.
Is it great and brilliant?
It is brilliant and great.
Oh,
Yeah, I played it 2 years ago for... I don't even remember the reason, but I really liked it and I kept playing it until now. Not that I stopped. Well, I did stop because I got mad at a save death loop.
like, yeah, those pesky save death loops.
Radiation.
It's aged incredibly well for a game from 2010. The only problem with it, I would say, is the fact that you can't sprint.
Oh boy.
But sprinting, we've all gotten used to sprinting in games. It's ruining video games. Video games are fine without sprint. You had Doom, you had Halo, and Fallout, and we all survived. But now, thanks a lot, Call of Duty, every game has to have sprinting. Most people can't even sprint in real life,
don't
let
sprint.
alone sprint holding a gun.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty relevant nowadays as well because of the new Amazon TV series, Fallout. We both enjoyed that, I think.
Yeah.
And New Vegas features in that show a little bit, references all over the place.
It was a lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, video game shows, it's a very good show. It's a good universe to base a show in. Don't mention the Halo game show.
Speaking of references and things that are relevant to Fallout, a couple of our films that we've made, most of mine, I think, or some of yours, have actually had references to Fallout or have been inspired by or based on Fallout, New Vegas.
The Future is Now.
The Future is Now and Parallel Paranoia. The bad guy in that is a face on a screen, which in the Fallout universe is a billionaire named Mr. House. He's one of the main... He's not even an antagonist, he's just a main kind of character.
Yeah, he's someone you can side with. You know, I'm just going to quickly go off on a little side thing. A good thing about this is there's factions in the game, and any faction, well, most of the factions very broadly can represent anyone's sort of views or whatever, opinions, and you have a lot of choice. There's the libertarian sort of Mr. House character, there's the big government NCR, there's the crazy wackos in the Legion.
I keep forgetting about them because I never side with them.
And that's great. So there's lots of choice in the game, and you're free to do whatever you like.
And I think, yeah, speaking of like the Legion and the NCR, it really fleshes out the world because, well, the Legion haven't really been in any... This one's a bit of it's a spin-off, so it's the same universe, but most of the things are different. I mean, the NCR was in previous games, weren't they?
The NCR is the new California Republic.
Of course. There's a gang called the Kings who discovered a bunch of pre-war information on Elvis Presley, but they didn't know he was a singer. They assumed he was some kind of king. They only know what he looked like, and so they run around doing Elvis impressions, wearing Elvis costumes, not knowing that he was a singer. They just thought he was... Yeah, they just thought he was a king.
They didn't even know his name was Elvis. They're like, no, we don't know his name. We just know they called him the king.
Oh, peace is in trouble.
And back to our films, by the way, since that side tangent went on for a little bit. In our films, the Mr. House character is Joe Biden, who is the current president of the United States. If you're watching this a few years in the future, he might not be, he might have... You know,
I don't know what that was.
Turn to dust.
It would be funny if...
And we like those zeitgeisty things.
Yeah.
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
having relevant topical things in our films that we know will date them in a few years, but that's what makes them good.
And if you translate it into English, it means time ghost, which is a really cool sounding thing.
Ghost of Time.
Ghost of Time.
Music.
Oh boy. Favorite song: American Swing, Heartaches by the Number, and
Big Iron.
Big Iron. Oh goodness, there's a bunch of others that I can't think of the
Blue
names of.
Moon. Ain't That a Kick in the Head?
That's pretty good.
Now, lots of country music in this game.
It's a Western.
I like country music. Maybe you like country music.
I like country music because of New Vegas.
Yeah. Now, if you're one of those people who like to say, I don't usually like country music, but this song's good, then don't say that. Because if you like one country song, then you probably...
You're a fan of country music.
You just don't like country music that you've been exposed to. Yeah. So be open to country music. Ain't nothing wrong with liking some country music. Unless it's modern country music.
Johnny Guitar. Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but that stuff is terrible.
Yeah, it's no Johnny Guitar.
Yeah. Bunch of posers putting on fake accents. Yeah. So anyway, we highly recommend this game. It's pretty cheap on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. You can buy it secondhand on one of these, whatever this thing is called. It's absolutely brilliant. It has aged poorly in some aspects, but in the narrative department, the character department,
writing, yeah,
all
story.
That, it is perfect. It is absolutely perfect, down to the last minute detail.
Speaking of some other games that we like, we've got a few honorable mentions. Also, some of my favorite games ever, but I just couldn't pick one. My first favorite is Red Dead Redemption 2. This is probably everyone's favorite. It was really popular when it came out. It probably still is because it's one of the better Rockstar games and story games. I
will say about Red Dead Redemption 2, I couldn't ever get into it.
That's crazy. Because I really enjoy the story. I like Westerns, of course, and the world is really immersive and it's just a fun experience.
One of my honorable mentions is Alien Isolation. Got this in 2014. It's it's scary as heck.
It's scary.
Although I do like Alien, I like the Alien franchise. And that's the only reason I play this, because it's the only horror game I will ever play. And my dad and myself, it took me especially like a few years to beat the game. I got like a certain of the, maybe let's say like 50% of the way through. I was so scared that I waited a few years and then I finished it. And by golly, it was worth it. Now I play it every few years now.
Maybe I should try again. Another favorite game, an RPG. I'm big into RPGs, as you could tell with Fallout. Not that one, role-playing games. Cyberpunk 2077, despite its terrible launch, it has some of the better writing in video games nowadays. The open world is fantastic, the setting is fantastic, and I really like the combat. And Keanu Reeves plays a good character this time, and not just, yeah, I can act. He's good in that.
Keanu Reeves, Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox showcase.
Then check this out.
End of the line, buddy.
What else did he say?
You're breathtaking.
Yeah, you're breathtaking. Gee, that was big on the internet. Now,
oh boy.
I'm going to say Minecraft. Minecraft, brilliant game, came out like 15 years ago now, 2009. Played it since 2012 very consistently. I have probably at this point a few thousand hours in it. It's endless. You can't really get bored of it.
I've been playing Minecraft for 10 years. That's crazy.
And if you don't like Minecraft, check it out. And if you don't like it still, maybe you don't have an imagination.
Boo. My final game.
No
technically,
offense, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
technically a trilogy. I just picked the first case I could find. Is the Hitman trilogy from 2016 onwards. It's a really good stealth game. I'm not massive into stealth games because I'm too not nervous, but it's too nerve-wracking, I guess, because you're worried about stealth. Hitman's really good. Social stealth is a big thing in that. Disguises, costumes, and like rigging accidents to happen. It's a sandbox game, so even though they have set levels and set targets, the possibilities for killing those targets are basically endless, and you can play it over and over again. I still play it because it's that open, despite coming out like 8 years ago.
Okay, and my last honorable mention is a game that, wow, I have 3 copies of on disc, and then probably like 5 copies digitally. One of these is, who remembers the JB Hi-Fi, or not JB Hi-Fi, the EB Games or GameStop Rabbit? He's still a mascot in Australia, but he's been phased out in America.
Oh, poor guy.
And it's Halo 3, by the way. It's like the perfect Halo game. There's not much to say about it. Perfect story, I think. The original Halo trilogy, flawless. I play through Halo Combat Evolved probably once every year. Probably played it like 20 or 30 times by now. But my actual favorite Halo 3 game is the sort of semi-expansion, standalone expansion, Halo 3 ODST. This was also my first Halo game, April 1st, 2010. My dad got it for his birthday and I watched him play through the whole thing, and since then I've been an addict. In fact, jump cut, I have this old book from like 2009 or 2000, well, it will be from 2010, and I used to draw lots of Halo stuff. Here's a drawing of Master Chief that I drew. It's pretty good for someone who was 5, so yeah. He's drawing something.
Dalek.
Oh, he's drawing a Dalek.
I forgot how to draw the rest of them.
So anyway, I think that's about it for this video. I've talked about all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, check out Fallout New Vegas, guys.
And just all of the video games that we mentioned, they're all good.
It's not end of the video because there's of course Thing of the Day, which is a segment that we like to do. Today's Thing of the Day is this lovely super video collage that my sister did. If you can see that, it's very nice, very retro. There's our logo. There's some film clapperboard, thumbnails from some of our old films. There's like a nice 70s wallpaper in the background. There I am. There you are. There's me again. And there's our lovable animated green rabbit mascot.
Holy crap.
So I really like this. Thank you, Emily, and enjoy living in Mackay. And also I'll show off the other one that she did for me like 2 years ago or last year.
Oh, don't show them the back.
Yeah. Oh, that's... it's been a mouldy sort of time in Australia.
Green rabbit.
It's a Doctor Who one. Yeah, Doctor Who one. We like Doctor Who. TARDIS, Daleks, etc. And Carl will be showing you his picture of a Dalek in a few moments.
You won't be able to pick it up. I'll have to go up to the camera.
I'll scan it and just talk about it.
I'm done. My Dalek is pretty good.
All right. You want to talk about that for a brief moment?
It's red, so it must be either one of the Paradigm Daleks from Victory of the Daleks or the Emperor Dalek.
Oh, nice.
The end.
Here's a drawing of a Dalek I did like 10 years ago. See you all later.
Goodbye.